Hi, it's Obo1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Xbox, and today I've got a fight between me and a member of that law enforcement faction called IED. This was down at the CG. We had to wing up, friend up, drop beacons, drop on each other. Really had to work hard to get into instance because he's American, I'm English, and this is a full-on gimbaled v gimbaled scrub fight. I hope he doesn't take offense at me calling him a scrub, but he's using an all gimbaled weapon, I'm using all gimbaled weapons. This is what happens when all gimbals fight. So to the people who enjoy their PvP, you know, with fixed weapons and high skill, this may not be the fight for you. If you compare this to something that says on Flipper Gold's channel, it does start to look very much like this. Yeah. It's not the most skilled fighting. I'm just going to put that out there because it's two gimbal chips. He's using a phasing Mamba with bi-weaves and banks. I'm using my one and done shield, beam de lance. He's got chaff, I haven't, which you know, should really decide a 1v1 gimbal fight. But then he's using phasing, which phasing me is not the best idea in the world because my ships are just armor. Like, I never have any. I just don't go with banks. I just go with armor. I go with more weight and armor, and I ram people. And yeah, the connection between US and UK players when you have a PvP fight with someone across the pond, there will be a few collisions that you don't think happen. Hell, when I was fighting Al the other night in my Rambo versus his Vulture, there was virtually all the collisions. Al was like, you're missing me by hundreds of meters, and it's like, yeah, it's shadow ramming at its finest. That's what the Rambo excels at, is shadow ramming, and all of my ships are built to ram. Now obviously we have to address this because this is something I always address when I do a video about the Imperial Enforcement Division, is if you're lawful and you want to join a squadron, they are a squadron to join. I'm not sure how active they are, but they're certainly more active than, well, Cops or some of the other squadrons at the moment on Xbox, because a lot of people have gone over to PC. Yeah, it was nice to run into an IED member and have a nice 1v1, all GGs, all a bit of fun. Yeah, it was gimbaled versus gimbaled, and unfortunately for him, he really chose the wrong tool for the job. When you're fighting a heavyweight guy who has all armor, phasing is just not going to chuck out enough DPS. I know, in fact, I've got a video coming out about me and two 1v1s in my phasing ship, because my phasing ship is very much built to assist in a wing and not fight 1v1. Though, you know, if a fight happens, I'll take it on. It's not, you know, I'll take on unfavorable fights. It doesn't bother me. I never worry about winning, losing, dying, not dying. It's all part of the fun of the game and all part of the enjoyment of the game. For me, anyway. Some people take defeat worse than others. This gentleman took this fight in good heart and good spirits, even though he totally chose the wrong tool for the job. And yeah, we had a few shadow ram incidents, and that really disbalanced the fight. They weren't rams on his screen, but they were very hefty rams on my screen, and you know, that's something that happens a lot when you're across pond connections. Hence why I built the Rambo, because it just takes advantage of those shadow rams and just absolutely destroys people. You know, it's cheesy, I know, but yeah, you know, it's part of the connection issues with peer-to-peer networks and cross continents. But all in all, it was a fun fight. He had chaff, I didn't, but I was using my heat sinks as defensive as well. I find heat sinks quite useful in 1v1s, and yeah, I've just got all shield boosters and one heat sink on my beam de lance. Probably, you know, I could go a chaff, but then it's not worth weakening my shields because I use them to ram people with. And yeah, ramming people with my excessively stupid heavy hull and my stupidly excessive strong shields is what wins me a lot of my fights. Let's face it, ramming is what I do. But yeah, this was a good fun 1v1. I'll bring you the other video separately when I have something to talk over it with, I think. But yeah, thanks to this commander for a couple of good 1v1s at the CG. And yeah, he was an IED guy, distracting the pirates from doing piracy, for a little bit, and I came down here and had a couple of fights with him. So job done for IED, keeping the system safe from pirates by distracting the pirates. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll just leave you with a last shadow ram and say that's all.
I didn't mean to ram you. God, it looked like you were 100 meters away from me.
Target destroyed.
Fuck.